Today I'll be sharing some of my top beginner tips with you, and hopefully it will give you a head start into Nightingale. Well, you'll probably notice one of my first ones, and that is third person. There is an option in the settings, however, there is a much quicker way to go about this if you want to switch between first and third person, which I really like, as for some situations I like to go in one or the other. All you need to do is click F5 on your keyboard to go between your first and third person. That is the way you do it in this game. Exploring some ruins and then you forget to activate your umbrella? Well, don't give up, because if you have an NPC, they can come and revive you. All you need to do is wait and you'll be put back on your feet. All thanks to your found friend. I really love this feature, and I think it's such a great thing that your NPCs can revive you, and you can revive them straight back as well. Just remember to apply a healing salve to mend those broken bones so you can move as normal again. Just beware with your NPCs, as they love to set themselves on active fires you have around your base, but thankfully that doesn't seem to disturb them very much. My next tip is about stations. If you got stations you would like to move out of the way and you don't want to destroy them, well, you can absolutely do that in this game. Say I want to move something like this mortar table over here. All I need to do is press X on my keyboard over this area. So X on the keyboard, it will open up a purple screen and give you a bunch of controls to copy, move and remove, and you can exit the building mode. It also tells you your structure limit as well. But now I can just move this anywhere I like and confirm, and then I don't have to destroy it and remake another one, which is really, really nice. Oh no, not let it again. Do you need more crafting benches and stuff to unlock different recipes? Or perhaps you just need a whole lot of things? Well, you need to find yourself an essence trader, because they are your main shop for new blueprints and crafting stations that you're going to need throughout the game. You can buy stuff with essence, which you'll earn via dismantling things by extracting the essence, killing things, or doing things like that, picking up those little sparkly story bits that you find all over the map and at special event areas, which, like, if you go to any of the special event areas like a Bastille or anywhere really like an occupation, you can pick up these little auras that will give you some essence points as well, and that could be a highly lucrative way to go about it. Either way, it's one of the biggest parts of the game, and you're going to need it to be able to talk to these guys, because you can buy different things off of them. One of the most important things is definitely crafting stations and stuff like that. You're going to need it to be able to progress and unlock more from them, so definitely consider buying some stuff off them. Just make sure you find some, and you should be on your way for unlocking things and getting different benches, cards and recipes, and you can literally buy straight up resources from them as well, and different potions. But I don't really recommend the resource thing unless you're in a really tough spot for something, as it's not worth the essence. Is it early game and you recruited your first NPC? Well, there's something you can do with these NPCs to take their gear in the very early game. You can literally drag and drop things from their inventory and steal it from them and wear it. However, if you want to give them your old set, you can always give it back to them. Just make sure to right click on it and equip, because that will put it back on. It's the same with weapons. If you want to change out any of the weapons your NPC has, just make sure to change to different ones that you put equip on it, so it has the little blue dot on the side of it. That's how you know that your NPC is wearing the thing you want them to. But yeah, you can fully steal their entire outfit, give them different weapons to farm with and fight with, and they are a very useful asset to Nightingale. Do you need some fast repair? Well, there's one thing I can really recommend for you, because in the beginning, you're going to need a lot of something called essence, which is this stuff, this essence dust, which repairs all of your items on the go. Well, one easy way to really get this without having to really put much effort into farming it is looking for bushes just to sickle down with a stone sickle or anything you like. Just grab those bushes, as many as you can. So I'm going to go and grab a whole load, as many and as much as you can fit in your pocket. And this is going to be a really, really easy way to get loads of essence without much effort at all. It's one of my favourite ways to go about it. So we got a decent amount now. I got 61. That's usually enough to repair most things. I'm going to grab it, we're going to drag it, and we're going to extract it. 461 essence. I'm going to drag this as well. And then anything we need to repair, like my, sling bow, I can go ahead and repair that now with that. Or you can do the repair all button, but in the beginning you do tend to go through your items quite a bit. So I recommend, if it's mainly your weapons that have run out of durability, just to repair them separately from anything else. Something really important in Nightingale is your rested and food buffs, as they help you with stamina, health, and the ability to even move. Because in Nightingale, there's this little thing in your inventory that you can see present. This blue bar. This blue bar does not mean water, it means rest. So that's what that means. However, this green one does mean hunger. And then the red one is health. You want to keep good attention to your rested buff, because if you lose all of your rested buff and you get really tired, then you will move at snail's pace. You'll be so slow and it will be awful. So you want to make sure that you get some rest. You can do this anytime you like. At night you can get a long rest and skip the night. In the day you can get a short rest and that can fill up your bar again. So if you're out on a big travel and your bar's looking low, you can always create a bed on the go if that is what you need, by looking in your building tab, going to resting and building a simple bedroll with sticks and plant fiber. There's been many times I've been caught out in the wilds and lost my rested buff, and it really sucks when you lose that rested buff, because you just move so slow, and it can put a halt to a really good run and mean you might have to travel back to respite, which is the little statue you put outside your house, which is basically like your bedroll, like if you were playing Ark or something like that. It's your respawn point, that is what this is for, but it's also your fast travel point when you travel back to your respite. As much as rested is important, food is also important as well, although you probably won't get into it too much early game. There's a few things you can do. You can make different meats, you can eat different meats for different buffs. You have 3 slots on the sidebar here that you can use to fill with your different buffs. Just bear in mind, things like lots of meat will weigh a lot. You can eat different things. You can see I've eaten some meat there. Roasted meat, tier 1 prey, so boar. And you can see that's up to my health, stamina regeneration, hunger mitigation, and effect duration. And then you can eat different foods as well that have vegetables or are made out of different meats as well, or mixed plants or roasted berries, and they all give different buffs as well if you are to eat them. But the thing you'll probably eat the most in Nightingale when you start out will probably be the meat. But you can see, if you look at different options, that they can provide different buffs if you were to put different foods in there as well. And of course, if they're different items, you can have them on at the same time. So I've just made myself some mixed berry, which in this version of the game doesn't have a picture, so it's like a little seal. I'm going to consume it though, and you can see it already upped my stamina doing so. So that's nice. We'll just go over there so the wall's not laggy. And you can see mixed plants and mushrooms gone into my other slot, which is really nice. And then I think I do have another food buff in here, the roasted deer meat, which we'll consume as well. And that is all 3 buffs. So you can have multiple meat buffs if you want, and different other buffs. But there you go. I hope that helps you out with that thing. Make sure you make use of your food buffs, because it will really help with health and stamina, as I've gone up a lot just doing that and eating those 3 foods. Do you need glass, or perhaps ore? Well, I can help you with that one and what you're looking for. If you want glass, you need to go and mine up quartz. This is a very good, substance, or you need for that recipe in particular. It looks a lot like this with these jutting out, and they come in several different designs, if I'm honest with you guys. But raw quartz gem is what you're looking for. You can generally find them on top of cliffs or near riverbanks a lot of the time. And they usually come with the other ore that you're going to need, which you can see down here, which is right here. If we hit this with our pickaxe, which you can get with a stone one, which is tin, which will be your very first ore that you need to start making lots of metal. It is a very substantial needed thing in Nightingale, so I highly recommend getting your hands on some. And they can look very different from each other. They come in different models, like this one's a bit more flat down here. But this is the kind of thing you're looking for if you're a bit confused where to get metal in Nightingale. Another quick tip I want to put there out for people, which I've used a lot in my Nightingale playthrough, because a lot of the time I'm so confused on what I'm doing or what I need to do or what I need to craft to unlock what and what, because there's a lot of stations that do this, this and that and unlock other things. The best thing you can do is hit C, and then in here is your crafting tab, and then anything you need to look up, you can search it in the bar. So like with the Lancaster pistol, I was trying to learn how to do that. Often not if you look it up, it will tell you what stations you need for it. And you can also double click on those stations to open up the tab where it would be. So that's in augmentation. So just look through there, and there is the simple saddle rack, which I need for the cartridges and the pistol. And then that unlocks that by buffing my work table. It's very complex, this game. So having this saddle rack buffs this bench and then adds these recipes. So yeah, if you're ever confused on what you need or what station you need to use, so let's just say maybe I want to find fiber or something like that. If I could spell it right, there we go. Refinement, you can see animal fiber. So if I click on animal fiber, you can see it's made in the simple tanning station. And that tells me exactly where it's made and how I get it. It also tells me the other stations it's made in. And there's also a refinement as well. So if I want refined fiber, it tells me I need a simple spinning wheel, or a refined one, or a weaving loom. And the ones that are not locked are the ones I can make and use. So I highly recommend doing that, because I've been doing it so much through my playthrough because I get so confused. Either way, guys, I hope that was helpful for your first beginner tips on Nightingale. Good luck out there. I'm sure you got this. And thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!